Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest X. We found this map, which is literally, if you were following along from the other side, from the video last week, it's literally just that door. That's where we went. Yeah, I think exactly. I think we just went to the exact same one. I think we just teleported to a different location and we didn't realize it. So now we're in what we know is a different area because we haven't been here. So I think this is the third one that we missed last time around. So that's okay. That's totally fine. Mistakes shall be made. It shall happen. But I'm pretty sure this is it. So now we're just letting Cranberry do her thing, escort us, and then we're good to go. Do. So, everybody doing well? Have a good week. We are now by the schedule. I think we are now in March for you guys. I'm pretty sure. I have to figure out, for us we're way late, like way earlier, just turned February here. So, anyways, yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with PlayStation stuff, like if I'm gonna invest in, like, an external capture card. The problem is, those things are not cheap, man, and not only are they not cheap, but I'd need, like, an SD card that could handle, you know, like basically everything. So anyways, I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, because if I want to review any of those, you know, like any of those games like Gran Turismo or well, hell, anything like the new Horizon, well, I obviously need a capture device because PlayStations are really hard to come by. So it's not like I could have had a PS5 like directly connected into my capture setup here. What's nice with Xbox is that the Xbox exclusives I typically play are Microsoft, so they're on Game Pass, and then I just record the PC versions of those games, so it's no big deal, you know? Yeah, laughing at us. But anyways, yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do, because Xbox I've got pretty much like done. Switch, I have a Switch. Like, what's cool is you just, you know, I have two docks, right? So one's connected to my PC, my capture card, and the other one is connected to the TV. So big whoop, right? But now the issue I have is that I'm like, well, with PlayStation, it's a little bit more tricky. But there's all kinds of issues I have, because it's like the current capture cards won't allow me to do the 120p, like with 4K and all that. My TV is like, I bought like the newest TV that you could for the next gen console, so that it used all of the features that are available. And I'm kind of like, well, I don't want to lose that while I'm capturing, and that means I'd have to take the HDMI cable and constantly be switching back and forth. That's annoying too. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I can always use like Sony footage, you know what I mean? Like from their like gameplay footage and stuff that they have. But I don't know. We'll see. Have to figure out. And the other thing, you know, is like, it's a lot of money. Like I said, it's a lot of money. It's like, do I really want to spend that kind of money for like, what, 4 games a year? Like, that's crazy. It's crazy, yo. Okay, this should be the last one. Oh yeah, I just forgot, like, my character is now back to normal. I believe it's a Dalmatian. That's lame. I thought it was a cow. That would have been awesome. A lot of buyouts happening recently. Sony, well, first Microsoft announced the whole big, huge Activision Blizzard buyout, and then was like just days later, Sony announced that they're buying out Bungie. It's like, man, everybody's like buying out everybody else. It's a little cray-cray. For me, it's like there's a few that I'm really wondering about. Like, is someone gonna buy Square Enix as an example? Because if someone buys Square Enix, some of my favorite franchises overnight belong to someone. You know what I'm saying? Okay, now we go back to the king. Where the hell well, we just, here we can go. Why do I keep doing that? Let's let Crano back to the king. Red demon dude. Because like this, right? If Square Enix is bought out, that means Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest are both, you know, gone, right? And well, that would suck for me. And it would be weird, man, because like Nintendo has a you know, a rich history with Dragon Quest. It would be so strange for like Sony to buy that out, or even more strange would be Microsoft. I just want to make sure that like my games are accessible. This is the only thing, man. Like with Sony, when they talked about like, you know, like, oh, we're gonna stop like PlayStation Portable, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita games and stuff, I get like, okay, well, if I'm buying my games digital, man, I want to be able to easily have access to these things. Like, that's the thing with PC and Steam, right? Like, you can still buy pretty much every game that you've had in your library for like 20, 30 years now. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying. Like, for a very, very long time. And yes, they may not work on your hardware, but they're still there. They're still in the system. And I'm getting very nervous with, like, Nintendo and Sony. Because it's like, come on, guys. At least with Microsoft now, they're trying, and they've done quite a good job, you know, of having your games accessible. And like, when I look at my profile, it's unbelievable how many games are in my profile. From Xbox, the original Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and now with the Xbox Series X. So I'm just kind of like, you know, like, I have a little more faith in them that they're going to keep those titles going. And I understand Microsoft has like horrible business practices too, but with like Sony, I was like, come on, guys, like, why isn't your stuff available? And I understand there's the whole concept of the backwards compatibility and all of that, but still, I'm just like, I want to stop buying physical games as much as I can because of the space, man. Like, they take up so much space. And it's also just super convenient, you know? Like for Gran Turismo, right? Like, I just literally press a button on my phone app, and that's it. Like, I'm good to go. But, you know, in the future, I'd like to be able to play these things. But, that's, you know, I say that. I'm one of these guys. Steven always calls me out on this because I'm one of these guys that says that. But then, by the same token, what ends up happening is I have no time. I can barely play what, you know, like the newer releases that are coming out. And it's like, are you for real? Like, you seriously want to, you know, go there and say like, oh yeah, I got this. I got this. And it's like, yeah, alright, BS. Alright, let's see where Kran is. Is she outside? Love the music, man. I love this series. So wherever this goes, I mean, I wouldn't mind on Sony or Nintendo. I really wouldn't. Only because, like, I'm just used to it, right? But it definitely would be weird, right? No, actually. I just want to see, I'm just going to randomly pick some stuff. I just need to get to the right map. I'll shoot this to Kran, actually. Twitter, you twitface, as I always jokingly say. Where is this? So we go here, 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 here. And Kran. Doot, doot, doot. Doot, 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 doot. Let's pull back. Okay. Let's say I tweeted. I'm just trying different locations. Wow, this is all the same though. All right. Oh, for God's sakes, come on. I have, yes. I didn't even check that map. How hilarious is that? Okay, this is the map. Yeah, anyway, so that's it. That's my little discussion there. That I'm just nervous with all these buyouts, like, you know, someone gonna buy Capcom, Konami, Square Enix, some of my, you know, Japanese legacy companies that I adore. I get a little nervous with that. Mostly because it's, you know, like these are franchises that I absolutely adore. And like, who would be best to preserve, like for Dragon Quest, who would be best to preserve this? Because Square Enix, as big as it is, it's not crazy, you know? Like, huge. And that would be so crazy. Could you imagine Microsoft, of all the companies, Microsoft purchasing Square Enix? That would be messed up, man. Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, you'd be like, what? But for a fit, I mean, Sony and Nintendo, obviously as Japanese companies, would make way more, like, well, sense. Not necessarily way more sense, but it would just be a more logical fit. But even that, like, it would be so weird. It would just be so weird to have console... Well, potentially, because now I was going to say console exclusivity or whatever, but I don't know about that anymore. Because, like, with Sony and their Bungie move, they're like, no, we want them to remain multi-platform, like, it's all good. So then you're like, okay, so what? You know? Because you're like, well, if it's not console exclusivity, I'm sure there's going to be exclusive stuff, but I don't know. It's weird, man. And then when you think of, like, Call of Duty and all the Blizzard games, you're just like, what? Oh, no.
心配しないで。私は平気。
Yeah, that'd be messed up. I'm telling you, that'd be really, really messed up.
この先は魔性が深いようだけれど。
Nintendo's one though where they've said it a lot of times, like they don't want to buy out companies just for the sake of buying out companies, because to them it's about the Nintendo magic, you know, like having that what they call the Nintendo DNA. And I actually I believe that. I genuinely believe that they don't want just willy-nilly, you know, like anybody. And it's like, you know, if we buy like Square Enix, or we buy this company, or we buy that company, or whatever, it's like, is that really what we want to do? You know? Okay, what's going on here? Where are we going? BC2. So if they're not looking to purchase different people, then that's where, you know, that's where it comes in. It's like, okay, well, could you imagine Sony saying an acquisition of like that? Like, you know, they announce like, hey, we're purchasing Square Enix. The fit makes total sense. Like that would make total sense. If we get news like, oh, Microsoft announces purchase of, and I was thinking of this, you know, like Sega, Capcom, Konami, Square Enix, I'd be like, okay, what the hell? But just the move they made, you know, with Activision Blizzard, Bethesda, you look and you're like, man, they're gonna change the landscape for video game media as a whole, because I've mentioned this a few times, but like, you know, purchasing, so I've purchased a few games like recently. So I purchased Uncharted for like $15 because it was or whatever it was the Canadian upgrade price, because I already had Uncharted 4. So I purchased that was whoop-de-doo. Then I purchased the digital deluxe version of Horizon Forbidden West, and this morning I purchased the digital deluxe or whatever the hell it's called of Gran Turismo 7. So those two games are like $100 each Canadian, and you're kind of left going, well, you know, like Game Pass is only, well, I don't want to lie to you guys, I remember the exact price, but it's not that expensive. And it's like all those games would be part of that. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have to pay for any of that. So, I don't know, man. I just think more and more, like seriously, the more and more I think about this, the more and more I'm like, I really think if they can, if the value proposition continues to increase to that point, you're gonna get to it, like seriously, you're gonna get to the point where it's like, okay, well, like this doesn't make any sense anymore. Like, why are we purchasing, like, just why are we purchasing individual games like this? It should just be the service and that's it. What's happening? Yep. Oh, that's that is very ominous. We're doomed! Oh, nice. So I don't know, I think, seriously though, I do think gaming as a whole is going to change, like, completely in the next, like, 20 years. I think it's going to be just insane, to be honest with you. I think it's just going to be nuts. And already, I think by next gen, I think we're going to see a, like, seismic shift in the way the console manufacturers sort of approach their business. Like, PlayStation 6, it has to be different than what it is right now. Just from a standpoint of like a consumer model, right? Because eventually, like I said, the value proposition is just going to be too great. Oh my goodness. Okay. Have some nice OJ. Oh, there's the dude. He has a mono. What is it called? Monorail. It's Monogo.
民が興奮したようで。さて、本日はもうお疲れでしょう。お二人のために。よくぞ来た。
Whoa. Whoa, that's gray. That's not very effective. I'm sorry.
Hmm. 決まったな。俺様の芸術に目を。
これ、ミコ様の前でなんと無礼な。
こら、マデサゴーラ様が残された城の壁に落書きではない、芸術だ。それに貴様らの方こそ無礼者だろう。ふん、俺様は魔界のうわっと離せ無礼者。俺様の芸術的な髪型が乱れる。くそ
はい。お見苦しいところをお見せしましたな。これが手のつけられない問題児でして。
私たちは探し物があってここまで来ました。大魔王の敗因というものです。
ん？ 確かにマデサゴーラ様、大魔王の敗因については、お部屋はあちらの大階段を登って右手に進んだところ。
先に部屋に行ってるわね。
Okay. Sure, we're gonna have to go upstairs. What? Okay, so it's... Yeah, it's so funny when you get older and you get all this different responsibility and stuff like that, how things change, you know, like your time changes, everything, like you can't devote as much time to what you used to. But for me, gaming is a great de-stressor because it just gets your mind off of things. And just that in and of itself is very nice. And that's what I use gaming for, because my responsibilities are rather insane.
まだ明日も
Alright. But it is nice, you know, when you can sit in front of the TV just for like an hour or something like that and just unwind. Keep doing that. Yeah, okay. How the hell do you get to the king? Once the summer months hit, that's where I can... It'll be nice because that's where I can do my reading and things like that. So I'm looking forward to that. And maybe take a course or something. Always fun. That's always fun. But unfortunately with my schedule and the responsibilities and everything, I can't do that like on the daily. I used to, but I can't do it anymore. It's just the time is not there. Because by the time I get back in at like, 9:30, something like that, you're just exhausted. You're truly exhausted. And that's where I'm just like, okay, well, like I need to just go crash, and that's pretty much what I do. And then it all starts the next day. Which is awesome. Here's this loser.
マデサゴーラジジイのアトリエに行くと言ったな。ならばその案内役、このペペロゴーラ様が引き受けようではないか。
Let's go there and beat him.
何をバカなこと。
You bumbling idiot!
なぜだ。ジジイのことなら。
いや、ならん。お二人は遊びに。だいたいお前にできることといえば。
なんだと。くそ、石頭め。どいつもこいつも分からずやだ。
ペペロは幼き頃に両親を失いまして、マデサゴーラ様に代わって私が面倒を見ておったのです。偉大な芸術家である祖父の影響か、芸術をあれもか。おっと、話の途中。近年魔性が魔源園で魔源園は今は現在魔源園へ行くし、奈落へいざなう勘をお二人。
Hey, do you guys remember what the hell happened to, what was it? Fear Effect? Do you remember that? I know I've spoken about that quite a few times, like over the years or whatever, but that was such a cool game, man, when that came out. How it had, like, looping cartoon backgrounds. And some of them were as basic as, like, you know, not basic, but like as simple as like a fly or something, you know, like that was going around the screen. And then others were as advanced as, like, you know, like a battle or something taking place. And it would just like loop, so it would like pause for a split second and then loop. Very cool stuff, man. I often go, like, think back of that game and go like, man, that was so ahead of its time. And yes, it had tank controls, and yes, it was like a Resident Evil sort of like clone, but I actually missed that. I'm looking at it because it's above my head. Dragon Warrior 7, Einhander, Fear Effect 2. And yeah, I have my PlayStation games. Like, I have on my computer desk, I have like this piece. Well, it's the desk itself. It's like a piece of furniture, and above it, it's where you can hold a whole bunch of CDs, and all my PlayStation games are up there, and then they run down the side. I have quite a few. Quite a few. You guys are much stronger than I thought. Well, mind you, we're in... What are we in now? We're V5, right? 5.1? What is happening here? Goodness. Holy shamoly! Wow. Goodness gracious. That holy shamoly thing that comes from The Curse of Oak Island. What is it? Gary Drayden, I think his name is. He's the metal detection dude. And that show, like, it's so funny because it's like the slowest show in history. I love, like, things that, like, documentaries and all that kind of stuff that's, like, based, well, obviously on reality. And it just really cracks me up because, like, the show's been on for like 10 years or something crazy like that. And I mean, they found all kinds of stuff. It's clear something occurred on that island. Like, there's no question about it. But they haven't concretely found, you know, like that one thing, like where it's, you know, like, okay, clearly this is what we were looking for. This is what it is, and blah 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 blah. And so it's just so funny because today, when you watch the show, you're just left going like, okay, guys, like, are we for real? Like it's just so slow. I find that the last like 4 years or something, you could basically watch in like, I don't know, 25 minutes, something like that. We got about... Oops, I spelled that wrong.
それにニコかどうかもわからないの。
記憶がない。はっ、そんな生き方は芸術性に欠け。の？なんだ？なんだこの妙な乗り物は。待て、心の準備が。
Yeah, as long as we can warp back, I'm okay. Oh, it's a dungeon. Okay, that's what she's talking about.
恐ろしい乗り物だった。
そうかしら。お、魔性が深いわ。
Well, do you want it? Wait. Alright, well, let's see. What are we dealing with? Obviously, I've got to go to the boss, which would be not far at all. Okay, that's weird, but alright. Ryan, is there a reason you're not coming? We're doing good. I like the progress we're making. We have so many videos in the backlog now, it's just insane, which is awesome. That's exactly what I like. Because you can't always play, you know what I mean? There's sometimes you've got to, you know, go to work, or you got events, or, you know, like whatever. Six arms. Okay, I don't right now. I'm not entirely sure what I gotta do. Not yet, anyway. So it's 1, 2, 3 is on the other side, okay. And what is it? It's paint. And then that thing, okay. Alright. Excuse me. Alright, what we got? Paint, and then it's gonna go to the other side, and then that top one. Okay. We got this. top feather, right? Yeah. Why didn't it work? What the hell? Should have known the water didn't stay. Okay. Yeah. That's annoying. I just want to make sure, so it was that and that. Alright, I think we're gonna do this puzzle and then we'll warp back. There we go. The COVID cough, y'all. Yeah, as soon as we're done, we're gonna pause and go. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alrighty. Alright guys, we'll continue next week. We'll be on our way. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will see you next week with another episode of Let's Play Dragon Quest X. Thanks for watching, everybody. Wish you all the best. See you next week. Take care.